We have various courses. We have foundational courses. For foundation certificate, these range from multimedia, photography, and music and production, and even video production. We have 2-hour blocks for each class. And the reason we do 2-hour blocks is 1 hour we focus on the theory, and then the next hour we do the practical. And then after another month, we come and do another evaluation for technical skills. Now, what you learned in class, how are you applying this at work, and is it effective? My name is Caroline Silla, and I am head of school here at ADMI, Africa Digital Media Institute.
Can you give us a quick overview of the school? Like, what is it, who is it for, and what makes it stand out?
Africa Digital Media Institute is a creative and technical training institute where we focus on various fields. We focus on film and TV, we focus on graphic design, animation, digital marketing. And what sets ADMI apart is the practical, hands-on global education that we offer. We are very focused on making sure that when students come into our campus, they are experiencing and using the tools that they will use in the field. So we have the top of the line equipment in the campus. We get softwares that they need, that they will use in their day-to-day. We are able to, by the time they leave the campus, there's nothing that they'll experience out there that is new, because they've interacted with all the equipment that they will need. In addition to that, we have industry experts as our faculty. So we have over 40 faculty members, and all of them are industry experts. So we get the best of the best in the field, and then we bring them to school and they teach the students. And what this does is that it empowers the students to know and to keep up with the changes, because in this industry, this changes all the time. So this empowers them to keep up with the changes that are happening. In addition, the faculty, because they're working and they're in the field working in the industry, some of them have companies, they do take our students for industry exposure. And so the students get to experience firsthand how it feels to be in a set, for example, a production set, how it feels like to shoot behind the scenes in a real production set, for instance. So that's the advantage that our students get when they come to ADMI. Our courses, like I said, we have various courses. We have foundational courses. For foundation certificate, these range from multimedia, photography, and music and production, and even video production. And these are you come in for 1 semester and you're out. Then we have diploma as well. For the diplomas, these normally take between 18 to 24 months. And for the diploma courses, we have animation, graphic design, music production, sound engineering, graphic design, yes. The best part, I'd say, about the diploma course is after you do the course, the 4 or 5 semester, depending on the course, you get placement. So we guarantee 100% placement. All our students are placed. We have over 500 employer partners who we work with to place the students. So once you're going to placement for 3 months, you finish your placement successfully, is only when you graduate. So that's something else that is a unique selling point for ADMI.
How is your curriculum structured, and what makes it different from other schools or universities?
We're very intentional on how we create our curriculum. It's very practical, very hands-on. We invest a lot of resources in improving the curriculum. Currently, we are doing a curriculum review with Wolf. I'll talk about that later. So what we're doing is going through, we review the curriculum annually and improve on it. I'll give you an example, like for FTV, which is a film and television, which is one of our key high-selling courses. We've introduced new courses this semester because we're working with industry experts, they know the changes that are coming up in the industry. So we are improving, constantly improving, reviewing. But what stands out the most, and this is something that is unique, is how practical our classes are, how hands-on the curriculum is. In terms of the classes, we have 2-hour blocks for each class. And the reason we do 2-hour blocks is 1 hour we focus on the theory, and then the next hour we do the practical. So we teach the theory, and then we focus on, okay, so here is the camera we just talked about. And then every student gets to touch it and handle it and understand, how do I set up the light, for instance, if I'm shooting? How do I set up the mic? You know, how do I make if I'm doing a podcast, how do I make sure that the person I'm interviewing is set up well, and the camera angles and all that. So that's what we do in terms of, and all this is mapped into the curriculum. In addition to that, we also have experts that we work with who help us to improve on the curriculum. So we have senior faculty advisors, and these are experts, international experts, not in the country, that we work with and partner with. And what they do is they help us constantly improve on the curriculum. They offer master classes for our students in addition to what they're learning in class, and also have sessions with the faculty members to make sure that we're also keeping up with not only what is happening in Kenya, but what's happening internationally, because we are trying to get our students, to make sure our faculty and students are at an international level.
Is there a focus on interdisciplinary learning, like combining film, music, and business,
So in addition to being a creative school, creative and technology school, we are also moving into the business side of it, where we are offering now courses on entertainment business and sports business as well. We've seen that there's a need for this in the market, where we can combine the creative and the business element and bring that together. So that's new courses that are coming up at ADMI, and hopefully they'll roll out soon.
How is student progress assessed? Through exams, portfolios, or practical projects?
So assessment is done in various ways. We have the continuous assessments that they do in class. We have the end of semester exam, which contributes to their assessment. For the film and television, it varies for different courses. For film and television, at the end of every semester, they are tasked to come up with a film. So they do their own production. So how it's set up is the class will work as a team. So that's a unit, and they'll come up with their budget. They'll come up with the script for the film. They'll hire actors, where the source location, have a producer, assign roles in the team. So they have a producer, an editor, and everyone, director in the group. And they do this by themselves. So we do assign a supervisor, a teacher, faculty member who becomes their supervisor, but then they do this by themselves. We are there, we guide them and support them throughout. And then at the end of its assessment, the film that they come up with is marked, it says marked now, by a producer that we work with, an external producer, one of our renowned producers that we work with, who is not a faculty member. So she takes the films and then she reviews and gives the credits. If they do well, she determines how they do. And that's a really big part, because what we are saying is we are taking that away from us. So we are saying we are not the assessors. We are bringing an expert, outsider, to assess. Yes, it's critical, and she is critical because she's the best one of the best producers. She's won many awards. So obviously her expectations are very high, and we want that because we want the best for these children. So we want them to do well. So when she assesses them and they do well, it means, we were able to hit our target. So that's for instance, film. For animation is the same thing. They're able to come up with, they're given a project which they work throughout the semester. So as they're learning new things in the semester, they're implementing this in their project. And then at the end of the semester, they're able to produce a project that is assessed. So that's how we do our assessment here. We also have written exams that they do for the other courses. And in addition to that, you also get assessed for definitely attendance like any other school, but then also industry exposure. What we do is we provide these opportunities for you to go for industry exposure. You have to take them. If you don't attend at least 2 industry exposures in a semester, you don't get the full mark. So you get graded for that as well.
What about placement? Does that count as part of assessment? The concept being placed, internship, and you're getting maybe a review from the employer?
So for placement, we have a whole system how we do this. So once you're done with your diploma, you get placed. And the placement also, you have to go for interviews. So you go for the interviews, the employer selects you, you get a contract, you start working. Then we have 2 evaluations that we do. One, so the whole placement is 3 months. So after 1 month, we'll come and do a soft skills evaluation. What we're trying to do is to see if you're able to communicate everything that we taught you in school, because we do also teach soft skills. We want to make sure that you're implementing this at the workplace. And then after another month, we come and do another evaluation for technical skills. Now, what you learned in class, how are you applying this at work, and is it effective? So these 2 evaluations are done by faculty members, and it doesn't have to be a faculty member who taught you. We mix them up because we want them to go and they have a form that they fill, and they assess the students to see whether they're, doing well in terms of how they're working with others, communicating, the soft skill side, and also do they understand the technical bit as well. After that, we do also the employer evaluation after that. So we get feedback from the employer to see how well the student did. It's a requirement for you to pass. So we consider that a unit for us, placement. It's a requirement for you to pass placement, for you to graduate. If you don't do well, you will have to be placed again. Another 3 months, then we assess again. And the goal for this is just to make sure that the output, what we're producing at the end is people who are able to function, communicate, and are also aware of their technical skills. They're able to deliver. So that's what ensures that when we send the students out, they are of high quality. I should mention at this point as well that 60% of our students, by the time they're graduating, they're already working. Some get absorbed in the companies where they were placed. Others get employment, but by the time they're having their graduation, 60% of them are already working. When a student joins a campus, any campus, it's a big institution. There are many people. It's easy for you to get lost in there. But here at ADMI, if you do not attend class, your parent will get a notification that you're not in class. We also have something for the upskillers. So these are people who are already working and they want to upskill. So we have 2 courses, which is graphic design and digital marketing. In terms of academics, they're supported by the faculty. So they have time where they can, out of class, they can reach out to the faculty members and seek help if they didn't understand anything, for instance, in class, or they need to clarify something. So there's that. Then we have a learning management system where we upload all the curriculum and it's saved there, so the students are able to go back and refer.